Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, this is Redberry Rio here, and welcome back to another Civil Air Patrol video. In today's video, I'm going to briefly introduce the award structure and the system for recognizing volunteers within Civil Air Patrol. I know personally from experience, I didn't really know awards existed until very late on into my cadet career and into my senior member career. So, if you're not familiar with awards, there are annual awards, there's also decorations, and you can also receive recognition for the different activities you participate in addition to maybe accomplishments that you've had. And so I will be talking a little bit about all of those things in separate videos, but this video is to primarily introduce why it's important to recognize your volunteers. Volunteers are there by their own free will, and they are choosing to be supportive, and they're choosing to spend their time, their money, their resources to support your cause, or to support Civil Air Patrol's cause. And if they do not feel like they are being recognized for their efforts, then some members may potentially lose interest. And one small note that I would like to add is that when appreciation is conveyed to volunteers, it's very important to make sure that it comes across as genuine and truly recognizing what they have done. And instead of just saying thank you to someone, you should say thank you for, and then specifically saying what you were thankful for them doing. So let's say a cadet put together a cadet staff selection process. I might say, thank you, sir, ma'am, for putting together that really great cadet selection process because, and then saying the impact of it, it provided cadets the opportunity to learn while also applying for their staff positions, given how interactive and interesting it was for them. Something like that, because talking about what they did and the significance of it is much more genuine than just saying thank you. And though you may be genuine when you're saying it or when you send it in an email or write it in a card, it's always good to say why you're thankful and kind of say what significance their actions had on the many. So that's just a small note on thank yous in general. I have mentioned that before in a previous video, but don't worry about it. Just a quick reminder here. In addition to those sort of thank yous, Civil Air Patrol allows for decorations and awarding members with recognition for what they've done. There's the CAP Regulation 39-3 that goes into great depth about all of the awards and recognitions that Civil Air Patrol members can receive, who can give those awards, and how members should be recognized. Like, for example, when a cadet is receiving their Mitchell Award, the lowest presenter, the lowest tier of the presenter of it, should be at group level or anyone higher. And then as you go up the milestones, it should be higher people in higher positions in the chain of command presenting the award because of how prestigious each one is in increments. So unit commander, it does the Wright brothers, and then group does Mitchell, etc. But that regulation talks about what each level can present. And I will go into detail about decorations in the next video that you see about this, and recognizing volunteers, where we'll talk about the Achievement Award, Commander's Commendation, Meritorious Service, Distinguished Service, I think there's a few more, there's the Bronze and Silver Medals of Valor, which I believe are on the national level. I would need to double check the regulations, but all of those decorations I will be talking about in a later video about who can approve them, and just discussing what constitutes deserving one of those awards. There's also a really great pamphlet that is CAP pamphlet, so it's CAPP 39-3, which is the all-encompassing guide of how to write the perfect recommendation letter that is for the form, CAP form, 120 and filling it out and like what kind of keywords and phrases that should be integrated into awards to get them approved. So if you want to take a look at that, it's a great document. It's a great resource. It talks about action verbs and like very specific adjectives that can be used to really beef up a letter of recommendation, because someone might have done something really, really great, and you want to make sure that the words that are read on paper genuinely convey how great of a thing and the impact, the scope, and everything of what that individual's actions were. Because if you don't really capture what they did and making it come across as like this is deserving of like meritorious service award because they went above and beyond expectations of a member, but you don't really make it sound like it's deserving of that level, it could be downgraded to something less. So you really do need to be specific with the attention to detail, but keeping it between 4 to 6 paragraphs. And that pamphlet is really, really great because it says like what kinds of phrases you should use for each type of award. And it was published in 2010, but I'd say it still stands today as being a really, really great resource that if you are looking at putting together recommendations for members to receive awards, use that. So I didn't want to go into too much depth about awards in general, but if you do want more information about like how to wear ribbons when you receive them, that would be discussed in the CAP Regulation 39-1, and it just typically the rule of thumb is the higher up it is, the more important it is. So like the top one would be like the Air Force's recognition of Civil Air Patrol, and that was like a very national award where we received a ribbon from the Air Force for our excellence in service for like a specific time period. So all CAP members who join from that specific time period, listed right here, all got to receive the award and wear the ribbon as like their top one. That's everything that I wanted to just briefly discuss in this video. If you guys have any questions, be on the lookout for more videos in addition to commenting down below if you'd like. So thank you so much for watching, and that is all, folks. Until next time, doodles.